Imagine you're in the office. It's lunchtime. The smell of last night's pizza being microwaved are wafting into your cube. Your stomach starts to grumble with hunger, but you refrain from eating. Why? You're so hungry. Well, because you're practicing Ramadan. This is exactly what happened to me at work. I was the one warming up my last night's pizza, and my cube mate Sikni was the one who was smelling it. See, Sikni is from Lebanon, and she practices Ramadan, and I didn't respect her culture when I warmed up my pizza. Ramadan is a tradition recognized in Islamic culture that is observed during the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, and is a time for sacrifice and self-discipline for Muslims all over the world. So what is Ramadan? Well, Ramadan is the most sacred month of the year in Islamic culture. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica, Ramadan is when God revealed to the Prophet Muhammad the Quran, Islam's holy book, as guidance for the people. You see, the Quran is to Muslims what the Bible is to Christians. And the Quran states that Muslims must practice the 5 pillars of Islam: faith in Islamic religion, prayer facing Mecca 5 times a day, supporting the needy, fasting during Ramadan, and making a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in a lifetime. Ramadan just isn't recognized at any time. However, it's not set in stone either. Ramadan is observed during the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. The Islamic calendar is a lunar-based calendar, so it's based on cycles of the moon. According to Live Science contributor Rachel Ross, in her May 16, 2018 article, What is Ramadan?, observances begin the morning after the crescent moon is visibly sighted. This means Ramadan can change year over year. This year, Ramadan was recognized between May 6th and June 3rd. Now that we know why Muslims practice Ramadan and when they practice it, we will focus on how it is practiced. During Ramadan, Muslims practice self-discipline. The 4th pillar of Islam states that you must fast during Ramadan. Fasting is not eating or drinking anything, and it begins from sun up and ends at sundown. This lasts for the entire month-long period. So it usually starts upon reaching puberty. Some children choose to practice earlier, but basically it starts upon reaching puberty. And the ill and the expecting are also exempt from practicing. Sometimes fasting can be harmful to those who are already ill or to expecting mothers and their babies, and causing more harm to a body is actually a sin in Islamic culture, so they are exempt. You also must refrain from any pleasures, such as smoking, drinking, sexual activities, fighting. All of these are restricted during Ramadan. By refraining from these everyday activities, Muslims feel like they are becoming closer to God, and it allows them to do things like support the needy, which is the 3rd pillar of Islam. In summary, Ramadan is a holy month of the Islamic culture where people practice self-discipline and restraint to become closer to God and more united as an Islamic culture. Ramadan is recognized in the 9th month of the Islamic calendar and is practiced by fasting from sunup until sundown, as well as refraining from guilty pleasures like smoking and drinking. Now that you have a better understanding of Islamic culture, its meaning to the Muslims, and how it is practiced, you can be more considerate than I was to Sikni and recognize that that last night's pizza may not be helping her hunger anymore.